What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a while. I know it's been quite some time, but today I finally took the truck out. And yeah, you see it's got numbers. It went to the track finally. So we're gonna go over that. I'm gonna show you some videos of it running. And then I'm also gonna show you my new project that I have going on. Oh, show you that in a minute. Let's get into it. So, took the truck to the track, got a number 123 today. I did not have tuning capability today. I brought my laptop, and my laptop decided to not work at the track. Go figure, but can't be too upset. Didn't have any problems with the truck, so I'm pretty happy with that. Well, I shouldn't say I didn't have any problems. I did have a problem. My belt, again, I keep fighting belt issues on this. I don't know. I gotta talk to ICT Billet. I don't think it's their fault. I was using the wrong belt for a while. And then I talked to them. I got the right belt. But I do have a weird power steering pulley on it. It's a whole weird combination. They don't make this combination. It's something I pieced together. So this might be my fault. I'm going to talk to them, see if there's anything they can help me out with on this. Truck was on gate, basically. It was like 10%. So I ended up seeing almost 11 pounds of boost, like peaking, but it was kind of hanging around 9 the whole time. Wasn't thrilled with oil pressure. That kept dropping once it got hot. I need to do an oil change, though. I haven't done one. I thought about it when I was there. I was like, I haven't changed the oil. So, that being said, truck wasn't making a ton of power, but it did good for what it was making. Remember, this truck's full weight, full interior, iron block 6-liter, 4L80, turbo mounted right in the front and 8.8 in the rear, Caltrax, full fuel tank. There's nothing light about this truck at all. The only thing I made lighter was getting rid of the AC, which that may have taken 50 pounds out. But let's go over the slip. So I am the right side here, 1171.6. I don't have a two-step or a trans brake. So a 193 60 foot, which is terrible. The converter that's in this, it is a Circle D, like a 2000 stall. It was never meant for turbo setup. I bought that when I put it together without the turbo, and then I added the turbo. I haven't changed it. So I need to get a converter. That'll greatly help out the 60 foot. 502 with a 6 to the 330. 7621 on the 8th mile at 94.67 miles an hour. 1,000 feet was 980, and that brought us to a quarter of 1171 with a 6 at 120.05 miles an hour. I did do 2 passes. First pass was a 11.8. I haven't been on the track in like 3-4 years, so I think I may have just kind of pedaled it a little bit and didn't notice. I did get a data log using the Holly, in the screen. So I'm going to go over that data log in a little bit. see if there's anything I can find. But that's that for this. I am going to, in the future, I need to get a better fuel pump. That's one thing I want to do. I have a Chinese boy in there right now. That makes me nervous. I don't really want to turn the boost up too much with that. But I'm going to have to get a laptop. I have a couple other laptops. I'm going to see if I have one that will kind of work and hold a charge. Because my laptop problem was it would turn on, wasn't holding a charge. So I couldn't even data log because I don't have a way to charge a laptop in the truck. So couldn't data log. Was tired of fighting it. I do have my F-150 that has the plug in it. So I did check the tune a little bit, but I didn't change anything. So that's about it for this.
All right, let's dive in to this data log. This is the one that I recorded on the first run. Data logs. This was one pass. My stuff. All right, so 85 was 11%. That was weird. It drops at certain points. So we got to get to the actual run anyway. So, all right, so we're going to turn that off. We're going to turn a lot of this off for now so it's easy to see what's going on here. All right, so this looks like it's going to be the run. This is the run right here. Ramp up, and that's where I let off. All right. Air fuel was right on point. It was actually a little lean right there, oddly enough. Very fat right there, and ran good throughout the run. But what I notice is right here, closed loop compensation, that was pulling 23, 22, 24. It's pulling over 20% for most of the run, from what I can tell. Even some points hit 30% pulling fuel. So that means it is entirely too rich. That's no good. I don't want it rich like that. Yeah, 20% is kind of like the bottom number. Throttle position. I'm curious if I pedaled at all. I actually didn't see that. So right there would be the start of the run. I wasn't really holding the throttle. And then when I rolled out for about, I don't know, a second or so, maybe even like 2 seconds, I wasn't full throttle. I was 80%. And then kind of slowly putting it to the floor. I don't remember doing that, but like I said, this was my first run in like 3 years. So you can see the boost was 7 pounds. Right off the line, it was nothing. It took a second to get there, and then it kind of slowly ramped up because I was kind of slow on the throttle. So it was probably already 2-3 seconds in the run before it got into boost. You see 9.4. Yeah, there it is down there. And it's pretty steady. I mean, it hit 10. You can see it kind of fluctuated through the gears. Fluctuated through the gears, but there's like at the top of the gear, 10 pounds. So it really was just on gate. High gear, it hit 11 pounds because that was when it was under the most load, obviously. But this is what I want to talk about, the closed loop compensation. So I did notice, and you guys might notice in the video, going down the track, it was kind of smoking out of the tailpipe. And I noticed that in the videos. I had my wife take the videos for me. And that's going to slow it down. There's just no other way to put that. If it's too rich, it's going to slow it way down. And even, I didn't really look here. Like right there, 11.0 air fuel. And it wasn't even on, that must have been when I was doing the burnout. But it's kind of all over the place. So I really got to clean up the fueling. I got to clean up the timing. I wish the computer was working today. I'm on the computer that wasn't working. And I got it home, and guess what? The computer is working just perfect. It's plugged in right now, but I had it unplugged for like a solid 40 minutes, and it was fine. So go figure. I tried everything at the track. I messed with it for like a solid 45 minutes there, trying to get it to work, trying to get it to hold a charge. It wasn't giving in. So that is what it is. We can add a couple more options here. We don't have to learn on. Like I said, I already looked at the knock level. That was 0. We can add in the map sensor. Why not? We have AFR, duty cycle. I'll show you guys the injectors are not by any means struggling. There is tons of duty cycle left. Never hit a boost safety or anything like that. I had that set at 16 psi. We can put the gear in there so you guys can see that with the speed. Never went into lockup. I did look at that earlier. All right, so that's going to be it. We'll look at those. I don't know why it won't save how I set it up. It's kind of annoying. Fuel pressure, that's another thing. That dropped off in high gear, which is concerning because, as you can see, most of the run it was 56, 55. And then it started fluttering when it was under its most load with the most boost and went down to 46. Tells me I'm running out of fuel pump, which I kind of thought because there was a Chinese fuel pump in it. I need to change that before it costs me a motor. So that's probably going to be the next thing that I do is put a fuel pump in it. But yeah, I just figured I'd give you guys a look at the data log. We'll look at the actual, just the run here. Zoom in a little bit more. Oil pressure was good. Fuel pressure did drop off. Map and boost are kind of the same. 2 and the 1 there. Duty cycle, yeah, you can see like right there. Duty cycle is 33%. So, which I kind of figure I have ID 1300s in it. So I'm not worried about the injectors at all. I know I can get up in the 1,000 horsepower range before I got to start looking at that on E85 before I really got to worry about it. Right now, I'm probably in like the 500 horsepower range on pump gas. So not concerned with that. You can see the shifts are nice and crispy, straight up. There is no delay, no slip. So my trans that I put together myself is doing well, and I'm happy to see that. And we finished the run at, that one was 118 miles an hour. So right there would have been the end of the run. I guess I stayed in it for a split second. But this little dip right here is something I want to take care of because that is robbing power. And you can see it was taking 15% fuel, and it really should have been taking even more. But the computer can only process and do so much at once. So I got a lot of cleaning up to do in this tune. I'm probably going to pull like 15% fuel out across the board and then go do some street hits and just see where it lands, if it helps it or not, because that's slowing me down in and of itself, let alone that it could add timing and it could add boost. If I get a proper fuel pump, I could add boost. Kind of glad I couldn't add boost today because I probably would have overlooked that, and that may have ended up being a problem for me. But that's all I got, guys. I will show you the new project, and I'll be back with you guys with this one hopefully soon, hopefully in a couple weeks. I'll make some changes on it, try to get the tune squared away, and hopefully get it back to the track. It's coming into the winter season. I live in the Northeast, so don't know if I'm going to get it back to the track this year. We'll see. It might have to be a springtime deal, but I will take you guys out to the garage real quick and show you the new project.
On to the new project. Toys are in the way. As you can see, I haven't worked on it in a couple weeks. But this is a Fox body. I think it's an 88, if I remember right. You know, it was already once a drag car. Has parachute, has wing, has wheels and tires. It has an MPI steering wheel with, I believe, a Motion Raceworks steering column. I'm not really sure whose brand that is. Kirky seat, that one's just sitting there. Don't worry, it's not mounted there. Well, it would be kind of neat center mounted, but it's going over there. CO2 bottle. And then I have already purchased an engine and a trans for this. It was not set up for anything. So I will be showing this in the future. But motor plate, mid plate. You see what them headers, forward-facing headers are doing. This is going to be another turbo car. We'll go over this in another video. But right now I'm working on kind of getting it together. I got to build a trans cross member, start getting the turbo mounted, get a radiator mounted, stuff like that. And then I got to wire the car. I did get a TBM master cylinder and TBM like brake kit, door car brake kit. They're actually relatively decently priced. So that way I can plumb the brakes, and I am probably going to get some TBM brakes because it has stock boys on it right now. Not too fond of that, but this will be in probably in the next video. I'll probably post a video of me starting on this. Like I said, when I got it, there was no motor in it. There was no motor plate, no mid plate. It was just a done car. The front end was redone by the last guy that owned the car because he didn't like the way it was done. So that's why there was no mounting. I'll go over that in the next video. But that's going to do it for today. 11.7 is what I got out of it. I hope to go back maybe in a couple of weeks and maybe potentially get a better run out of it if I have, you know, my laptop and tuning capability. We'll see. If not, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.